Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Britiots podcast, where a bunch of fucking idiots and their teens talk about all kinds of shit. My name's Morgan. The script.
Oh shit.
We have to have a format.
I just wanted to say hello.
Shut up.
Can you not shut your fucking mouth for like 3 seconds?
Oh, I mean, I'm like, it feels
You
like
know
the
what?
first episode.
Fuck it,
No,
fuck it,
introduce him
fuck it.
first,
It's
because
staying
he can't-
in. No, it's staying in. We're not changing
It's
it.
staying in,
So
okay.
the idiot. So I'm Analytical Fox. The idiot who just said hello for no reason is Sods Riley. And we've also got Kodo. Gecko will be joining us later. Our good friend Gecko. So, we're all who are we? What do we do? Why do we all know each other? And why are we doing this podcast? Anyone have any answers? Because I don't.
Because it'd be wasted potential otherwise.
Wrong answer. We all go to the same school. We have quite a few funny stories and some interesting opinions on stuff. So we thought we'd record it. So,
Yeah.
whatever. So, would anyone like to kick it off?
Oh, I've got an interesting story.
Oh, Jesus.
I discovered foxes hate the smell of wee.
Really? Even though they have like the most disgusting smelling piss and shit.
No, that's the thing. Like I was watching a
It's
chihuahua.
actually an
chasing-
interesting fact, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that's how you ward them off. You because
piss
it's
on
male
them.
You
testosterone.
piss everywhere.
Yeah, it's like lad jellyfish.
Having a box problem, just piss all over your house.
No, I'm being genuinely serious. I mean, it would look weird for the neighbours, but at least you don't get.
Speaking of
Hate-
piss,
Piss all over your rubbish bin.
speaking of piss, I found out that rats' piss is actually toxic, which is why we had to murder all the rats in my ceiling, because we had to put rat poison up there. I'm worried that I'm inhaling it and I'm dying, but I'm a little sad because I used to tap Morse code to the rats and they used to leave because they're
What were they doing? Like an escape plan? You're just directing them
No,
there.
they would. I was directing them through the house so they could chew through all my wires and ruin my life. But that's
All I
a
can
thing.
imagine.
Speaking,
Oh.
hey guys, speaking of ruining people's lives, the
Yeah.
second apocalypse is behind us. What is the word? Upon us.
Oh
You
shit.
forgot the word upon me.
Yes, I did. So the second apocalypse has been upon us. I forgot again. Now more.
Oh,
Sods Riley
yeah.
here doesn't know what the apocalypse is. So, and also for anyone listening, I guess I'll explain it as well. Me and Kodo will explain it.
I've just
So,
done a quick
Morgan.
Google. Oh, okay.
So, the first apocalypse was PewDiePie back in 2016, when he made all the Nazi jokes, back when he was in his off phase, let's say, and a bunch of advertisers pulled out, and YouTube introduced demonetization. It was shit. And now, recently, like a week and a half ago, this man, comedically named Matthew Watson, but not Matthew Watson from Super Mega, which I'd like to mention, Matt Watson from Super Mega is extremely mad that this man happens to have the same name as him, because he's being attacked by people, because that's the first and now, if you Google Matt Watson, the first thing is
Matt
causes,
Watson.
yeah, so... Morgan,
Oh,
just
yeah,
because
yeah.
I say if you
It's
Okay,
actually-
let's keep going. So this man, Matt Watson, makes this video, and the title is something along the lines of YouTube's underground pedophile ring. It is bad stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking about a lot of these innocent videos that little boys and girls are posting, like really innocent, like them trying on outfits while they're not like getting undressed on camera, they're just showing the different outfits, gymnastics videos, stuff like that. But then these creeps in the comments are re-uploading and then putting timestamps of the children in like in the most compromising poses during the videos because they're too young, they don't know better.
Oh.
And it's really messed up, and it is a big issue. And Matt Watson says, he's like, that's really loud. Matt Watson's like, he's like, YouTube, you need to sort this out, and advertisers, you need to get out. And everyone's like, you had me at the first part, buddy.
What?
You really had me. So YouTube actually starts off pretty good. They're like, they deleted over 400 accounts. They've disabled comments on videos, especially about minors. And it seems like they're doing God's work for once, right? But then, this lady named Jessica Ballinger or something along that line, she's talking about how she uploads videos of her son doing gymnastics, and all of her videos have been demonetized. And, meanwhile, Epic Games and Disney have left the platform. They're not taking any shit. They just like, nope, we're not putting advertisers on this. Yeah, exactly. Thwomp. So, Jessica Ballinger talking about how she got... Okay, let me read it. My 5-year-old son does gymnastics and is a happy, sweet, confident boy. YouTube, not advertiser-friendly. Then YouTube has said, hi there, for reference, over the past few days we've taken a number of actions to protect the YouTube community from content that endangers minors. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to demonetize the thing. But then this is the kicker. This is where everything goes wrong. They say, with regard to the actions that we've taken, even if your video is suitable for advertisers, inappropriate comments could result in your video receiving limited to no ads. Let us know if you have any questions. And then, Jessica Ballinger comes back and she says, I have highly monitored comment section and many say it is the kindest on YouTube. This makes no sense. We remove the few comments and ban the users. And then YouTube says, just to be clear, we're not saying anything is wrong with the actual video. And thank you for doing a great job moderating your comments section. These recent actions are due to an abundance of caution related to the content that may endanger minors. So that's, I mean, it's not quite right, but they're saying it's just for content that endangers minors. But then Will and E gets all of his comments disabled and his videos demonetized. And I don't necessarily think he endangers minors. Not anymore. He doesn't really focus on kids that much anymore. Like,
No, he doesn't.
he's more of a sort of...
Well, I mean, he did sort of like just commented on like BG Media and how trashy they were.
Yeah, but like that was years ago now.
Yeah.
But and I mean, these are recent videos. And Sorrow TV this morning or yesterday uploaded a video of his hamster singing to his hamster, and because of things in the comments, his video was demonetized. It makes zero sense. And I tweeted on my personal account. I tweeted, there is no word to describe the level of stupidity that you're displaying here, right? You're so desperate for money, and you're trying to make all parties happy, and it ends up hurting everyone except the pedophiles. Now you've created a very exploitable system. So exploitable that, for example, if I wanted to ruin, and I used someone current, so I said, if I wanted to ruin ER's day, then all I would have to do is type heinous things into the comments, and then make him lose money. And you're but through that, you're empowering negative action. And you aren't doing the right thing. Just ban the pedo accounts, which they have been doing. But I don't see how it's fair on anyone that... I think I said this to Kodo earlier. I was like, bad comments equals creator's fault, but it's not.
Yeah.
You can never be responsible for what people say in your comments. You can monitor it and you can manage it, but you can never be responsible. Because what they say is what they say.
Yeah.
Like, you can be responsible for what people say on other videos if you send them to say things, but...
Yeah, definitely.
But
like if it's some sort of mob mentality, started by
if Korean,
someone, that's their fault.
If Kodo wants to type fat cunt on my video, she can. That's her choice.
You know, I might actually go do that.
Yeah, do that. Get me demonetized. I'm not monetized anyway. See, because of the last apocalypse, they had to change the settings so people with under 10,000 subscribers couldn't make money anymore. I earned over $100 and never redeemed it, and then they took it from me. I never redeemed it, so they were just like, nope, money's gone, and I got unpartnered on my other account. So yeah, with like 5 years worth of videos, one of them has 40,000 views.
You could buy 100 pieces of like digestives, like packets of digestives with that money.
Yeah, exactly. I could have, or put it somewhere else. But good example.
All the digestives you could have gotten with that money.
Yeah, but I think YouTube
wasted opportunity, Mike.
Yeah, YouTube is just like they're sipping dumb bitch juice, and the thing is, they start sounding reasonable, and like they're reporting every single illegal comment, like stuff that's horrible. Because some creeps were leaving links to child pornography in the comments, like that is bad, and YouTube has reported them to the law enforcement because they know exactly who we are and what we do and where we live. But I mean, for that reason, it's good that they know everything we do on a daily basis. But it's just, and like,
Yeah, the thing is, when you say that, kind of agree, but kind of don't, because like I don't like people just like they not. What do we have? MI5 just looking into me watching like some weird anime and being like, "What the fuck are you actually doing, Morgan?" Like, I bet you they've got like a whole tally of things that I usually do when online.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people to focus on, and I feel like they only focus when you actually make yourself look like a threat or like a danger to society or whatever. Because, but like with YouTube, they talk sense sometimes. Like with Article 13, they are very steadfast. They wrote an amazing article on why it's bad for YouTube. It was so insightful. And then they do this shit where they go, comments equal your fault. Exactly. They're shooting themselves in the throat. Like, they're pulling an X. So...
they're riding up into a car.
Yeah, they're rolling up in the I-8 and getting shot in the neck by themselves. Yeah. So, it's a... I don't want to say it, but, you know, it's a sticky one. You know? Oof. Like, it is a sticky one. I like another thing that I really like is that in all of YouTube's replies, they're either English or Spanish. It's like that the only people who have questions are English people and Spanish people.
Yeah.
Kodo, do you have any confessions?
No.
Yeah. I mean, 2 past World Wars prove that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's stupidity. YouTube, they don't know what they're doing. Susan should yeah. Also, I don't like how Philip DeFranco is like just he's YouTube's errand boy now. Yeah. Like they retweet all of his tweets.
Yeah.
It's really bad, and he's just their spokesperson now. I used to like Philly D actually, but
yeah.
After the whole BetterHelp thing, I was like,
I don't even know what he looks like.
Find out.
Oh, that's sweet.
Philip DeFranco. Yeah, but speaking of Twitter controversy, let's talk about our good friends over at PeTA and what they've been up to.
PeTA.
So yeah, PeTA has not been shown any love. Their Twitter banner is just a picture of a mouse. It's like a JPEG. It's really pixely. Yeah, go on their Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, do you think like they're just like, you know what? Animals don't deserve life. They're heavenly creatures. We'll send them there for you.
Yeah. So, if anyone doesn't know, yeah, what is it today? The 24th. So 2 days ago, they tweeted. 2 days ago it was Steve Owen's birthday. And Google made a really lovely Google Doodle, which is the thing where they have the customized Google logo.
I still can't get over that sodding picture with him holding the baby.
Yeah, that was so funny. I keep wondering if he's gonna get his hands mixed. No, more fucking sods. Sods. I was sitting in my bathroom waiting for my bath to fill up, and you sent that to me, and I laughed out loud, and Mum came in and was like, "Are you alright?" And then, but so let's go back. So it was Steve Owen's birthday. Google made a Google Doodle. Doodle. It made my heart swell because Steve Owen is my hero. I love him.
I saw his I was about to say museum, what they called zoos, that's it.
You forgot what a zoo.
I picked up a gecko, a lizard. I've got a picture of me holding a massive...
You picked up a gecko? She's not here yet.
No. I picked up a massive lizard, which I could have got kicked out for. But it was wild. Like, it wasn't part of the zoo. It was just literally...
Right.
I've got a picture of me and Steve-O, you know.
Oh,
chilling,
really?
2 boys with their lizards.
Wait, actually,
No. It's a
Speaking of which, that
cardboard
video of
cutout.
Steve-O throwing up you send me is just fucking gross. But
Yeah.
Morgan, can we get back on track?
Yeah.
So let's try again. Google made a Google Doodle of Steve-O and it made my heart swell. I love him. And then PeTA says these exact words. I'm reading verbatim here. Hashtag Steve Irwin was killed while harassing a ray. He dangled his baby while feeding a crocodile and wrestled wild animals who were minding their own business. Today's hashtag Google Doodle sends a dangerous, fawning message. Wild animals are entitled to be left alone in their natural habitats. And then they were like, Steve Irwin's actions were not on target with his supposed message of protecting wildlife. A real wildlife expert would be someone who protects animals and individuals for the way they are. Wait, whoa, I just had a stroke. A real wildlife expert and someone who respects... That is fucked grammar. A real wildlife expert and someone who respects animals for the individuals they are, leaves them to their own business in their natural homes.
That's fucking stupid.
And then, it is harassment to drag exotic animals, including babies, taken from their mothers. You should have said, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not babies. Yeah. Around TV talk shows to conferences to force them to perform as Steve Irwin did. Animals deserve to live as they want to, not as humans demand. And the Google Doodle should represent that. And, I mean...
Well, I see where they're coming from.
I do, like, that's the thing. PeTA, like... I like PeTA. Like,
They've got
I think...
a good message.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They just don't know how to put it out there.
Yeah.
I think they're fucking idiots with some good morals. Like, cause like the the internet stabbed PeTA in the throat for this. Like, they went ham because they're speaking ill of the dead. Like, just at the basis of it, they're speaking ill of the dead, and he
and
is
a man that does not deserve.
No, he is like, he's the Bob Ross of wildlife. Like, he is the most... There's actually one here, is the 4 horsemen of wholesomeness, and you've got life as Jim Henson, self-love as Mr. Rogers, peace as Bob Ross, and nature as Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin is the horseman of life, of nature. And, like, I just think... And I mean, when you say, like, they... do you know, back in 2009, they... dog-napped a 9-year-old girl's chihuahua and killed it.
Killed it, yeah.
What? Why?
Why? Yeah, why exactly?
I don't know. Let me look into it.
Chihuahuas are shit dogs, so I can't.
Well, that's not the point.
That's not the point. They're still weird dogs.
But the thing is, like, they're talking about how Steve Irwin was cruel to animals, and then literally 3 weeks ago posted photos of a fucking grilled dog to push their message.
Yeah,
it was a fake dog, but still disgusting.
It's a fake dog, but still, little kids walking past on the street in Australia, little kids walking past are gonna see a grilled dog. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake, and it says nowhere on that display that dog is fake. They had to clarify it themselves on Twitter. Not everyone is on Twitter. They're gonna see a grilled dog and they're gonna fucking hate PeTA, and PeTA deserves to be hated for doing something like that and not like having accurate countermeasures. And you could just have massive posters with a sad-looking dog, because it works. You just say you wouldn't grill a dog. Why eat whatever? Like, that pushes the message. Why the fuck do you have to use a prop?
I'm not gonna lie, I would eat some kind of dog if I was hungry. Like, I'm a fat person, so I would
You're
eat
not
whatever.
fat, Morgan.
No, I'm not fat, but I mean, I've got a mentality which just eats.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if a dog can make a good burger, fuck, that's going in my mouth.
But like,
mouth.
they've just done some totally heinous shit, and that dog thing, they've kidnapped dogs. they kill 70% of the animals they rescue. Did you know that?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not very good rescuers.
No, Steve Irwin put every single penny of his earnings into either funding a new show to teach kids about animals or conserving wildlife. He was every penny that wasn't going into a new show to help educate children was going into making more wildlife safe and preserved. It's just
That's good.
fat double standard from PeTA, in my opinion. Just total. They are just total brainlets, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think in this instance, because they do good work, and realistically, okay, Karina just dipped. I think her connection might have just gone, but they do deserve and like things like testing shampoo on dogs. That's not cool.
That's not cool.
But like, there's
Unless
a
your
line.
dog wants thick hair.
There's a line that you have to do, especially on Twitter, where you have to manage your message.
Yeah. I do many lines.
Yeah, like manage your message. Are you alright? Are you? Oh,
Jesus.
you're right.
Hello. Internet.
Morgan,
Yeah,
turn that off. Whatever that was.
I have.
My internet cut out.
Oh, lol.
Just like count how many times that happens.
They also post videos of animals being slaughtered on their Twitter, which
Nice.
there's better ways to portray your
there
message.
was a video on their Instagram of a cow getting its horns burned off,
Fuck,
which
like,
was fun to watch.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
the
that's
thing
the
is-
thing. Like they're using. That's the thing. That's the whole
The
thing about
most
PETA.
extreme
They are
version.
using shock to get people. You don't need to do that. There are better ways to do that.
Yes,
The thing is, my mum used to be like a farmer. Like she lived in New Zealand, and she had a farm, and yeah,
Right.
the animals were killed, but like none of the way that PETA portray, like they're put down in a way that killed them instantly, and
Yeah. And the thing is that I don't think that you will ever see a world, not in our lifetime, I don't think, where animals are not being killed for food. Because they repopulate faster than us. I mean, it is like, it is strange because, you know, you're like, we wouldn't eat humans. Like, you wouldn't, like, we don't eat each other.
they do in New Guinea.
It's not my point. But like us in where we're living in the UK, we don't
Yeah.
eat humans because, I mean,
Well, you got
why
that
not?
weird
But
individual.
the real question is, why not? Why not? And that's what PETA's sort of saying, like, we won't eat each other, but we will eat species below us. But that's the whole fucking point of the food chain. And
Yeah.
the thing is, when animals repopulate faster than us, and the reason we're at the top of the food chain is just because we've evolved that way. So there's nothing
Yeah,
that
just
we
because
can do.
We've developed a society where we have the ability to make other animals sort of our subordinates.
Yeah. But, I mean, I would love a world where animals aren't being hurt. And, like, there are certain things with PETA that I definitely agree with. Like, the dog thing in China, not cool with that.
Yes,
Like, I'm not cool with that.
definitely.
And the thing about that you wouldn't grill a dog, why grill a pig or whatever, it is a good message. They portrayed it completely wrong,
Yeah,
but it is a good
the way
message
they went
because,
through that was awful.
yeah.
Right,
But,
we need
like-
to get onto a proper conversation, like a proper argument. I want to talk about donkeys and what are they for? Who
Okay.
thought that they were a good creature? Like, did some
All right, let's
guy-
move on to the next topic. So we're gonna talk about how we went exploring in a couple of abandoned places, or tried to. No, go on, Morgan. Go on, you little tangent.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to ask, what the fuck is a donkey for? Like, you got camels for the desert, and then you get horses. Where the fuck do donkeys fit in? They're just lame goats,
How
basically.
fucking dare you?
I'm sorry. This is a
Listen,
very passionate subject.
Morgan. There's only one reason that donkeys exist. Donkey.
Yeah, but
Video game donkey.
Yeah.
No, but I
Yeah,
mean,
video game donkey wouldn't exist without donkeys.
I know, but
No, not I know. Yes, Mike, you're right.
I mean, the only other use I can think is seaside sort of amusement park, where you get the donkey ride, and even they're a bit dead now because everybody in the UK West is morbidly obese.
Okay, Morgan. You know,
Who's
horses,
using a
right?
stapler?
Horses were very different, right, before we decided to come along and selectively breed them so that their legs were basically sticks.
Yeah.
Donkeys have not changed as much.
Right.
They have like a similar thing, but they were breeded for different uses. Horses were breeded for riding, donkeys were breeded for carrying.
Yeah.
So they don't have the stick legs that horses do.
Then what's the point of a camel?
Mary wouldn't have made it to
just
the listen.
Desert.
Mary wouldn't have made it to the manger without a donkey. That's all I'm
Exactly.
saying.
She could have sped up her thing by ordering an Uber. You know. I mean, she was the son of
Alright.
Jesus. She was carrying Jesus.
He could have
Of course-
just summoned an Uber.
Well, you know, he was carrying God basically. Couldn't he like order like an instant sort of?
Get one of
Place
those
for her
gold
to stay.
Lambo Ubers.
Yeah, literally. He's literally the creator of the universe. He can't be asked to get his own whatever Mary was to him. To like just safely.
Alright.
Oh.
Can we move on to the next topic?
Let's move on.
Alright. So I think this one's gonna be pretty short. So a couple of weeks ago, on the coldest day of the season the season of winter, it had snowed a couple of days ago. A couple of days before we went, we decided to go to a place in Coulsdon, which is near Croydon, and we went and looked for an abandoned asylum, and the asylum had been built over. However, the chapel and what looked like some sort of residency, or because it looked like bedrooms in one of those buildings.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
maybe where the ministers
Or the staff
whatever
area,
was.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, that tall sort of watchtowery sort of thing?
No, not the watchtower.
The-
Directly connected to the chapel.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to go in the chapel, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, but all the floors were caved in, weren't they?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not for the chapel. For the seating area, the chapel was completely locked off. Like there was no
Oh
way
right,
to
yeah.
get in.
I wanted to go in the chapel as well. If the chapel didn't have boarded up windows and stuff, I would have climbed the fence. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because
We could have got into the underground piping.
Wait, can I just go off on a tangent? Because you said underground, and I thought spiders, and now I'm thinking it's been hot for 2 days. It's February, and there's already shitloads of spiders everywhere.
Is there?
Yeah, I was on my run earlier, right? There was fucking spider webs in all of the grass. I was like, and all the spider webs were waving about, going in my face and my mouth. It was so
Do you hate
disgusting.
spiders?
Yes. Oh my god. I was on my Kindle last night on my bed, right, looking, and I moved my Kindle out of the way, and there was a spider crawling up my pillow towards me. And I
They just don't give a shit
and
anymore.
I shot up, and I turned on my light, and I stood in my room for about 10 minutes doing nothing until I saw it again, and I scooped it up with a birthday card and dumped it out my window.
I mean, spiders just go. I mean, it was probably waiting for you to eat it or something. Like, get the thing over
It's
with.
probably waiting to eat me.
No. You eat it, you know, because you eat spiders in your sleep. If you just opened your mouth,
I think he just wanted to use my Switch, play Smash with me. But okay, so let's get back on the chapel thing. Yeah, I would have gone in if the chapel was unlocked, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that was cool, and then we tried to do it in Croydon, and all we found was that fucking pub.
Shitty. Yeah.
It was a bit shit, and Croydon just makes me depressed.
Yeah.
It's just
Croydon
so
is
sad.
a really
We need to
depressing place.
find like a place.
Haunted.
We need to find a place that is unregulated, accessible, and safe. And also
Yeah.
maybe
That's practically impossible. But
it is
we
impossible.
we can dream.
We can dream, and I feel like we'd have to do like quite a trek to find one. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like there's one in Middlesex, and near Brighton. Not Middlesex. It's like close to Brighton.
Oh
like-
right, okay, yeah. Well, that's not too far for me.
If you
But-
wanted, we could always go to Somerset, and because I know a good girls' abandoned school, which is
Yeah, I found something on. I was looking and I found an abandoned girls' school in Brighton. But the thing is,
that's
I
the
can
one I
never.
was thinking about.
Yeah, but I can just never figure. You can never know if they're still there or if they've been built over until you
I
get
looked
there.
on Google Maps, but yeah.
And if we go that
But
far
Google
and
Maps
find
is
that
so
it has
outdated.
been-
Like the
Yeah.
road I live on hasn't been updated on Google Maps for 6 years. It still has my old neighbor's cars in the front in the driveway. So, or not my old neighbors, the old homeowners. I've only lived in this house for 5 years. So,
Oh, there's a crow at my window. He's eating my cheese sandwich I gave him. He's doing like a little tappy thing. I wonder if crows have an appreciation for pickle and cheese, or do they just view it as meaningless food?
okay.
No, yeah, but
But-
like, do animals eat to enjoy, or do they eat because it sustains them? Like, do they look at like, say,
I think they eat to sustain
They do have
themselves.
taste buds, right?
Maybe.
yeah, they do have taste buds, but do like cats really give a shit what you feed them?
Cats, I think, yes.
Yes.
Cats and dogs,
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
So
As long as it's
picky.
not gravel, it's fine.
No. My cat
Yes.
is so picky.
So is my
You
girl,
will
my
not-
girl Delilah. I love her, my baby. If you go on my my stepdad's Facebook yesterday, we had to buy Delilah a pram because her back legs have given out, so she can't walk for very long.
Is Delilah
So-
a dog?
Yes, that is the context of the conversation we are
Well,
having.
when someone says they're girl, I was assuming like
Yes, my daughter, of course. I'm sorry.
no, not even that. Just like whenever someone calls like their dog like something else, I'm just like, please tell me what you mean. Don't disguise the fact or humanize.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's got a pram. It's a very fancy looking pram, but my poor baby, she doesn't like it yet because she has she has to ride it, but she's like sitting in there just whining because she wants to smell and sort of be with the rest of them, but she'll get used to it. It's a shame.
I took Shah's dog Buttons for a walk, and oh my god,
You
that
should've
dog
just
knows
said
how to shit. Literally, it was like a steam.
Can I? Sorry. Oh yes, steamy. But I just saw something on Instagram. I know I shouldn't be looking at Instagram while we're recording, but I know Morgan is. So
I'm not actually.
you were. You
I'm
sent me
now.
something earlier.
Oh yeah.
But this is drawn by the guy who made Control Alt Delete by the look of it, and it's the commandments of gaming. I'd like to see if you, Kodo, and Sods would agree with these statements. Gaming?
Is it something I'm gonna be enraged by?
Maybe, let's find out. I haven't even read through all of them. Gaming is thy holy pastime. Thou shalt not have outdoor activities before thee. Damn it, I ran earlier and then I came home and played half an
Damn
hour
it.
of Smash. I guess
I
I'm a
went
sinner.
outside to throw away my cat's shit.
I
Now
went
what am
outside to
gonna
throw away my cat.
do?
No. 2. Thou shalt not be fanboyish in the name of gaming. This is miserable.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be a fanboy of a game. I guess I better stop,
I'm a
Gaming.
massive fanboy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay. 3. Remember thou keep holy release... Remember thou keep holy the game release dates. That's what it says.
I
Oh.
can't ever remember when a game's coming out. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
lol.
it'll take me a week after for me to realize I can finally buy the game.
No, I'll wait for the... Yeah.
Like, the only games I keep track of are Legend of Zelda games.
Really? Only games I keep track of are like Last of Us, most Nintendo games that I care about, so Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion and Smash, and Life is Strange games. And Backbone now because I found that, but that's it. 4. Honor thy PC and thy console.
Fuck people who have a PC. It's like they have a massive
Okay,
tick.
Morgan,
Like,
you're
mate,
actually
get out of
gonna
your
get
mum's
yourself
basement.
killed
Look at the
if you
ceiling.
can.
The thing
I don't
is, Xbox 360 was better than PS3, but the PS4 is better than the Xbox One. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear half of that because fucking internet is
Okay.
McDonald's.
Oh. Yeah, Kodo lives in a McDonald's. That's why you keep hearing the fan. It's just the fryer. All right. Now
Oh, my eye is itching really
I'm
bad.
gonna read this word for word. There is no full stops here. 5.
Right.
Thou shalt not kill, steal. 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 Thou shalt not
What, like-
kill, steal. Oh, got you. All right, that took me a
Yeah,
second.
kill steal.
Steal
You-
kills. That would be a better way
Yeah.
to say it.
What does that mean?
It
If you're
means
playing
when
if you're playing like Call of Duty or Fortnite, and two people are shooting at each other, and one clearly has the advantage of shooting at that person, but then you shoot them at the last second and steal their kill.
What's wrong with that?
you know how when you
It's
shoot
like-
people in shooting games, you get XP, Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just called how the game works, baby. You may hate it, but I
Number
hate
6. Thou shalt. Thou shalt not frag without gloating in the aftermath.
What?
Okay, so you're not allowed to throw grenades unless you gloat afterwards. 7. Thou shalt not lose graciously. Thou shalt not bitch nor whine when fragged. That's a fair one.
Yeah.
Thou shalt accept thy dice rolls as the will of the gods. It's weird because they're portraying Moses with the Ten Commandments, but there's only one God in that universe, in that idea.
The
okay.
Bible is actually a multiverse. It's you have to abide by the
Yeah.
Bible law.
What is that? 9. Number 9. Thou shalt teabag only in the wake of unquestionable ownage. Oh!
Or just never.
Can you hear my dogs?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I can actually.
Let me go shut them up for a second. Number 10. Thou shalt
Yeah.
not cheat nor support the farming of gold. Hey! Shh!
I'm not gonna lie, I love a bit of gold.
Okay, they're just gonna keep barking. But
I don't mind.
number
But wait, I need to send you something which is epic.
number
Okay, done.
11. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's rocket launcher. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's epic mount, nor his video
Oh,
card, nor his.
I'm sorry, this sounds like a neckbeard who wrote this. I just have
It's
to.
it's Control Alt Delete. It's by the guy who made Loss. No,
Yeah.
him. I don't know what his name is. I can't remember it, but he's an idiot. He's a total idiot.
He is a prick.
He's a total prick.
Why?
Okay. So Morgan.
Yeah.
He's just a twat. He's a misogynist. An epic
is he
gamer.
just
He's an
Is
neckbeard.
he a
Yeah.
neckbeard?
Yeah. So
He made fun of his girlfriend's
yeah.
miscarriage after she broke up with him.
yeah. Is that why Loss exists?
Yeah, that's why people make fun
Fucking
of us.
hell. I didn't realize that. Jesus Christ.
He made
That's
a
on,
version
like-
of
that's on,
Lost
like-
where he smirked
That's
at
on.
the end.
Oh my god. That's on like JonTron level Game Grumps drama.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Jesus. So we were supposed to have our friend Horatio Dickwipe on our show today, but he's not here. So Morgan,
Yeah.
tell me about your little venture with MD. If you're comfortable talking about that.
Yeah. What have I got to tell you?
Walk us through the night, because we weren't there.
Oh, it feels like interrogation. So I snorted it.
Okay.
That's how things go. I did that, and then basically
Amazing.
the next morning I did the best shit ever. That's basically how the night
Is
went.
that all
Like,
you remember, or because
everything
I
in
have
between, I have to rely on photo evidence.
photo
Oh
and
my
text? I
God.
remember you texted me just everything is blurry.
Did I? Oh,
Yeah. You did.
everything was
Yeah.
blurry at a point.
We got some of the best photos out of that, though.
Oh yeah, there are some great. I swear you like took your shirt off in the end. Like by the end of the night, you were
I was
shirtless,
sweating
singing.
fine.
Yeah, Jesus.
Sweating. Yeah.
Ugh. Just. And then you had an amazing shit in the morning.
Yeah, because whenever you do drugs, you have a great shit.
That is true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens every time I go home after I'm at Ashton's. So
Yeah. It's sort of a purge of the evening,
yeah. So
if you can call it that.
So like I have a conversation because I was pretty stressed out about you doing MD. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really trust stims.
Yeah.
So I texted you. I was like, hey, keep me updated on what happens tonight. Make sure everything stays okay. You went KK, and then I sent you a video from, I think, was it your spam account of you videoing Amelia snorting MD?
Yeah.
And then
And her
you're
saying,
like, heh, don't judge. And then you sent me 2 videos, and I couldn't watch them for a while. But you were singing to the camera eventually, and I was like, well, my Wi-Fi is bugging, I can't watch. And then out of nowhere, like 3 minutes later, just everything is blurry. And then you said nothing else.
oh yeah, yeah. I remember just me and Damo just watching the stars.
I can't believe Damo did it. That's what amazed me. Damo didn't come
Well, I
off to
mean,
me
I'm
like that.
currently
I've
got
known
a
him for
massive
ages.
fever.
I've known him since I was in year 10, so... Well, no, wait, that's not possible. No, I knew him when I was in year 11. I met him when I was in year 11.
I've currently got a massive hangover from last
I
night.
thought you were going to say boner. I don't know why.
No, that was yesterday. No, I've literally, me, Damo, and Shah went out and had a piss up.
Oh, nice.
We ordered from a pub and we got denied,
Aw,
and we got told to leave.
lump foul.
Sorry,
So, yeah, thanks. Ugh,
no problem.
I haven't been high since, December. D&D.
Yeah,
Ah,
Jesus.
me neither.
Huh. We gotta figure that out
Yeah.
at some point. Need to get Callum
I-
involved, because he still hasn't, been. So,
He hasn't gone high yet.
It's a
he
shame.
hasn't been high ever.
Nope.
No.
Even when he did with us, he was like, the only thing I remember from that is him just, so he wasn't high, but he still said, I have a sudden urge to eat right now.
Yeah.
What a melt. Oh, I love Callum so much.
Oh,
But, I think,
holy stingers! It's 5 o'clock.
yeah, I mean, and we still have 20 minutes left of recording to do.
Nice.
So, I wanted to, quickly bring up how excited I am for the total mess that the Oscars are going to be, tonight.
Are they
Oh, yeah.
tonight?
They're tonight at 1 a.m. I'm staying up.
I don't know. I'm
I
sorry.
I probably will. It's
I've
gonna be
got
3
that.
hours. Yeah. Yeah, I've got,
I've got
I
to go
have face charts to do for makeup pathway, but so I have to do 2 different projects. I have to do a personal project and then one for a flash mob that the dance strand is doing. So for the dance strand we have to do horror, like accident horror. So I'm gonna do a horrific cheese grater accident,
Oh,
which is gonna be
no.
fun. And then
Oh, good.
and then for my personal project, I'm gonna do like a realistic King Dedede makeup on myself with like props and costume.
Oh, nice.
So I think that'll be really fun because I want to become the king.
Become the DDD.
Become
Who is
the
your
Dedede.
favorite? Who is your favorite? Like
Main and Smash.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I have so many. Like, I love playing Simon. I love playing Dedede. Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
And Incineroar, actually. I don't know why, he's just... I think they buffed him in the 2.0 update, which is why I like him more, because he was shit
They
before the
buffed
update.
him?
Yeah, but like, because they buffed his air recovery a little bit, so it's like, it works, at least. And so his jumps are higher in the buff, because his air recovery sucks. That's the only reason I wouldn't main him, like, regularly, is because his air recovery is shite. The thing about Dedede is he has one of the best air recoveries in the game, because he has 5 jumps and then he has a super jump. Oh yeah, you asked me a couple weeks ago, Karina, or like a week and a half ago. You're like, how do you do the smash, like when you jump and then slam down as Dedede? So the thing is, if you double tap B when you do that move, it cancels it. So if you just press it once and do nothing, he'll smash down every time. So, and also if you cancel the jump, you're vulnerable until you land, which is kind of shit. So like you can't do anything while you fall.
Well, he's got to have some weaknesses.
Yeah.
I mean, you can shield yourself.
No, you can't. Not when not if you cancel the jump on the way down from D to D.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Right.
I think we have 15 minutes left? Yes.
Mhm.
So we have 15 minutes left. So let's talk about the Brit Awards.
Oh yeah.
We went.
I got spat on by Pink.
Did you? We went to the Brit Awards. Because we're trying to stay anonymous, but we were in the pit, and anyone who watches the Brit Awards knows that people in the pit go to the Brit school. So yeah, I mean, all you'd have to do is do a little bit of digging and find out exactly who we are and where we live. But so we were all in the pit watching the Brit Awards. Jack Whitehall was hosting. Hugh Jackman was opening the show. Hugh Jackman was in within 5 feet of me. Like if I'd have jumped over a barrier, I could have caressed his ankles.
I think I did caress his ankle.
Oh god, I'd
No, you
love
didn't,
that.
Morgan, don't lie.
There's a search party.
And
for
then
me.
I was right next to you, shut up.
like all of the performers came very close to me because it was me, Kieran, Gecko, and Callum and stuff like that. We're all standing there watching the show. We had like a halo of no one around us because everyone was avoiding us like the Black Plague. So we had loads of space to move around. So we just went right up to the path in between the center stage and the main stage. So all the performers walked up that at one point, because no one was using the other side except for Pink, but then Pink came back around to the center at the end of the performance on our side. Pink, whose performance was the best? Let's be honest. 3, 2, 1. Pink.
Pink, at the end, come on, that was amazing.
Pink's was amazing. It is not you're watching it on TV, and I imagine even watching it in the stands was, and probably at the tables, the famous people sitting at the tables, we no one's going to experience it the way we did, because we had all the heat on us, we had all the confetti, the water, everything.
I had a heart attack when those
sparklers, the sparklers and all the fireworks were going off, and it was so hot, and it was burning my tongue.
Oh.
It was really smoky, and everyone was just coughing while she was singing. It was so good.
And then I was there after that.
Oh yeah, so I don't. Oh wait, you weren't standing next to me, but when they were singing "Just Give Me a Reason," I thought it was Nate Roos who came on stage, but it's Dan Smith from Bastille.
Yeah. I freaked out. Morgan can testify.
Yeah, the thing is, I freaked out, and Fruzy can testify for me. I freaked out, and Morgan has video evidence. I freaked out because I thought it was Nate Roos.
Oh.
I wanted it to be Nate Roos
because I knew it was done.
He was not good there. I don't know if you rewatched it, the performance. He was not. That is not his song. You need
the high notes.
The thing is, exactly. He can do low notes amazingly because I love Bastille. But he was not good because they really needed a ballad singer. Because Pink was limiting herself to even them out, and it was kind of sad. But that performance, who was the worst performance of the night? We all know the answer to this. It was 1975. Everyone knows that.
But even that was good.
It was good. I mean, I couldn't even hear the tune of the song.
Nobody could hear it.
In the pit, you couldn't hear any of the vocals.
But
I couldn't hear Jack Whitehall either.
I could hear him. The staging. The thing is, I could read his auto cue for most of it. So if I didn't, because we were so close to him, I was I felt bad for him. He had to say some horrible stuff, and he didn't want to say those things, and he was just getting bossed around by all the technicians and shit.
What was he saying?
He was he brought up stuff with Little Mix, the fifth member being kicked out and one of their nudes, talking about Shawn Mendes' ad campaign with Calvin Klein, stuff that, that's just embarrassing.
And now he's getting blasted for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really his fault.
Wanted to say it.
He doesn't write those scripts. It's really unfair. But with the 1975, the staging they did for that was really good. That treadmill effect was fantastic.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So engaging.
And also those two girls that were dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the tour.
Behind the mics.
Mm.
But
Another really good performance that I wasn't expecting to be fantastic was Little Mix's.
yeah.
One of the things that was really distracting about that, though, is because the music is so loud when you're standing in the pit, all you can hear is the beat, and all I could hear was the beat to Bitch Lasagna. So me
Yeah,
and Maddie
me
and Gecko are all just singing Bitch Lasagna to the theme of to the beat of Women Like Me, which was quite funny. George Ezra's visuals on his performance also were fantastic.
Yeah.
Like all the
I
motion
wonder-
graphics they did, beautiful, just beautiful, so good.
Imagine they got IDD to work on some of the visuals.
Yeah,
That would
I'd
be
love that
amazing.
because if they're getting dancers to do, I'd love to do visuals for a George Ezra performance or a Pink performance.
Any performance.
Even the
Yeah.
1975, they literally just panned a image of a street.
Oh,
Yeah. Can I
Wow.
just say, and I think I've said this to you both in person, the lead singer of the 1975s weirds me the fuck out. He is
Yeah,
an
same.
odd man. I don't know if you saw the video of him hugging Shawn Mendes right before they get their award, but he hugs him, he looks all friendly, and as soon as he's out of Shawn Mendes' eye line, he does this weird twitch like Asperger's kind of thing. I think he probably does have Asperger's, because that's genuine behavior from that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
I
like
don't want to.
he.
I'm
didn't
not
really let
accusing
any
him of
his-
having any issues,
No, no.
but
He didn't let any of his code singers or band members sing. Oh no, not sing. Say anything.
But talk, yeah, but and that's kind of normal.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
Bands just
he's
stick to the lead
just.
singer.
I think maybe he's just an art hoe, because he just reminds me of Chris.
Yeah,
So-
he's got that very particular
Wanker.
face, which just,
Yeah, he does. And I mean, they are an art ho band, really, so whatever.
Yeah, but
What was another really... Actually, do you know what the worst performance was, in my opinion? The one that engaged me the least was Georgia Smith. Because she was... Exactly. The lighting was really good for that performance, but she was
Yeah, with the
drunk.
lasers around
She
her.
was fucking drunk. She was drunk. Because, she can sing so well, and she was not at the top of her game there.
well, I couldn't hear her, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, if you rewatch it, you can tell she's drunk, especially when she actually gets her award, because she's slurring. She can barely think straight.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. Another thing that surprised me was Jared Leto coming on stage. That fucked me up.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised how fast he'd grown his hair. It hasn't been that long. How has he got a full Jesus haircut already? Again. So bizarre. I mean, I've never been to a music event before that, so that was a pretty damn good way to pop my music event cherry.
Next, you can go to you've lost your music festival your music concert.
Yeah, concert. Yeah. Jack in the year below invited me to go to I think it was Reading for free with him, because he says his sister can get some free tickets, so I might go to that with him.
Yeah, go.
I don't know if it was Reading or something else. Reading seems crazy though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Might be a bit
I
too
want
much
to go
for me.
again.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I don't want to have to commit several days of my life to a concert, even if Travis Scott is playing Sicko Mode there. I don't care. Actually, no, that might be the only exception. But, Jesus, wait, there's something in the recording that one of the recordings that Callum sent me during the concert, where they were announcing. It was either it was the Sam Smith triple performance with Rag and Bone Man and Dua Lipa. Another amazing performance, blew my mind, so good. But when the lights went dark after Sam Smith's part, you could hear in Callum's recording me just going, "It's gotta be Sicko Mode." But yeah, that was.
Imagine though.
But yeah, and then when the show ended, we were all like, well, what do we do now? And then fucking Tom Walker walks up to us and starts fist pumping people, and I have a selfie of me and him.
Nice.
So cool.
Yeah.
And
Kind of funny how me and Morgan The ones that actually went to the red carpet event were the ones
I
that
got
didn't
ignored
get to meet
several
anyone.
times.
Did
Yeah.
you? Yeah, and I saw everyone else was posting selfies with celebrities, and you have one picture on your story, Morgan, of Hugh Jackman just standing close to you.
Yeah, I could smell his cologne.
Is that
It's
your
'cause
boy's
we were on
cologne?
the side, so
Right.
we were away from the path that
Yeah.
went into the
I think,
building.
but I think personally, in my opinion, the most amazing part of the show was when we were leaving, and I don't know who decided that the people who sit in the seats, the rich people, were literally both pathways from exiting there and exiting from the pit where the Brit school peasants are led to the same pathway, and because of that, Callum ended up walking next to and talking to Dua Lipa. So, and do you know what was so funny? What was funnier than Dua Lipa like talking to Callum was Dua Lipa. Can you hear me?
No.
Ah, shit. Let me wait. Okay. Let me disconnect quickly. Oh, this is embarrassing. Okay, any better?
Hello? Yeah. I
Okay,
got you.
so where did you lose me?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like you started the sentence and then just sort of went.
Okay, what Morgan? Where in this? What do you remember me saying last? So I can
Well, I
catch
have a
up.
really short Dua Lipa.
For fuck's sake, Karina, can you be more helpful, please?
Something about people in the stands.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, so people in the peasant pit were interacting, were able to walk like out of the same path that ended up also forking into the famous people pit. So that ended up with Callum talking to Dua Lipa, and
Nice.
and
Maybe
like
on your side because we didn't get
right.
to.
No, you walked out
What
before
did
us.
you
That's the
say?
thing. You walked out
Oh.
before us, so all the famous people started walking out by the time you had left.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So we were, since we were on the other side, we all had to walk out the same entrance. And as we walked out, Dua Lipa and her husband walk out. And I spun around because I was like, Callum, Dua Lipa's behind you. And he turns around and he's like, oh my god, it's so nice to meet you. And she's like, oh, it's nice to meet you too. And then she got dragged away by security. But what was funnier was while he was talking to her, there were two girls who knew it was Dua Lipa in front of them, but were so shocked that they couldn't say anything. They were just standing there like, what do we do?
That was me and Alice Levine.
Yeah. Just
Right.
get a
Oh,
repeat.
fucking Gecko screamed when the lady from Game of Thrones came on. Screamed, like screeched.
I've never heard her scream.
Oh my god, it's like, you know, I don't know if you know how her tag at BRIT has the screaming lizard?
Yeah.
She made the image, she made the sound that image makes.
Oh.
It's so funny, and I'm pretty sure we have it on camera somewhere. So that was good. Worst part of the night, in my opinion, was losing all of the photos and videos except for Pink's performance and my selfie with Tom Walker.
Good.
Pissed me off, but oh well. What was the worst part of the whole night for you guys?
Didn't really have one.
Really, 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 really horrible.
Hmm?
The wristbands, they were way too tight.
The wristbands were too tight, and also
was
the
bugging
light
me
up
through that.
the light up wristbands
Only happened once.
only happened once, except for one girl who was going red for the whole night, and it turns out it was because she was supposed to come on stage for one of them as a randomly selected member of the pit, but no one noticed, so they were just like, fuck it.
Oh.
Right, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just on my phone.
Right, okay.
Oh, good.
But, so yeah, the worst parts for me were losing all my videos and photos, and, standing. Standing sucks, but to be
Yeah.
honest, if you're going to be standing in a concert, we were standing in the best spot.
Yeah.
Like, there's nowhere I'd rather stand.
I mean, at least it wasn't as bad as like if we were like during Shakespearean times and he was there.
and all the
like,
shit on the floor and stuff.
Yeah, and yeah, to stand for hours.
My mum went to an Eminem concert years and years ago, and she was in the pit like we were there. But, yeah, pretty amazing.
A measle.
Does anyone have anything else to bring up before?
My back hurts.
All right. Have you been standing this whole time?
No, sitting.
Sitting. Nice. Any other topics we want to talk about, or are we all good?
Dog to whack.
How dare you?
Excuse me?
It's where it's cats that are there.
Excuse me?
All right. Thank you for listening. No, I think Morgan's just gone sicko mode.
Yeah, I'm watching a cow ride a bicycle right now.
Got it! Right.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Support my channel, because I'm not going to link these two's YouTube channels because I don't know them. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. We're going to try and make it better, more consistent in the future. We're going to have all of the members here, because, I mean, a 3-person podcast can only be so good. So we're gonna up it. We're gonna try and rival the Misfits, except we're less funny than them.
Much less funny.
So yeah, thank you so much for listening. We love you. Go fuck yourselves. Bye bye. Oh, all right.